Okay, so here we go. One more time. I'm Sarah. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're talking about green flags. Maybe you are not familiar with the subject, but I think with the questions, it's gonna get clear. Basically, it's like positive signs about someone or a situation, okay? So that's our topic today. We just introduced ourselves, so let me skip to the second question. Gabi, can you start number 2, please?
How would you define the term green flag in the context of relationships or personal interactions? I think it's positive behavior that someone has with other one, like to be kind and to be respectful and something like that. And I think it's the opposite of red flags, like to be a person that not demonstrate good behavior to others in personal relationships or job relationships, So independent of the relationship, people can have a behavior not too good, and green flags are the opposite of it,
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there is this relation with red flags and green flags. We're gonna discuss a little bit more on this. And you, Wanda, what comes to mind with this green flag?
Yeah, I totally agree with Gabi. Green flag, is that a good sign for the relationship? Yeah, it's a good sign. Everything is okay.
Okay, nice. And you, Ayla, what's your opinion?
Yeah, for me the same. I totally agree with Gabi Wanda. Green flag is when we can a nice or good relationship and someone who supports you, someone who you can trust, kind of a loyal person. For me, it's so good. It's difficult to find, but it's so good. Yeah, for me, basically is this.
Yeah, great adjectives. Trust, reliable person, support, right? Really good. And you, Fernando, what comes to your mind with these words?
Well, I was not familiar with this term. I was just familiar with red flag term, but it seems to be like everybody is saying, a good sign, a sign that you can trust on that person. You can go ahead with your relationship with that person, and not just for you in this relationship with you. Maybe that person, it's a good person, are signs that this person is a good person to the society in general, I guess. That's it.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Like not only your personal relationship, but also with everybody else. Really good.
Yeah, because it's like a consequence. If this person is a good person in the middle of the society, this person will probably be a good person for you.
Yeah, that's interesting. Some people are like, oh, I'm exclusive. This person treats everybody poorly and treats me well, so I'm special. For me, that's not something nice, because at some moment you're gonna be treated the same way as everybody else, So I kind of see your point. It's important to be nice, not only with the person you have a romantic relationship, but to everybody, right? we are like in the society and we should be nice to each other. That's a good point. And you, Israel?
Yeah, this is a new term for me. I never see this before in my relationship, but as everybody say, it's something that it's kind of it's a potential that to be in touch with the person in a good relationship, because the people know the boundaries about the other person. So the green flag in this way, it's the person that it's not past the boundaries in the relationship and don't hurt the other person, or not avoid certain situations. But it's a good person. It's a person that it's a potential person that we can do a relationship with anyone, and it's a good person. But it's different, like I don't know, I don't know the other terms, a yellow person or a red person. A yellow, it's like a traffic light, I believe,
Right.
On a red light, it's something that you can go away. You feel that would be great to be in touch with this person, and in the many ways, in a family and in a relationship with someone, and that would be great. I believe that would be great. So as one said before, that's a good way. I believe it's just a term that define and mark some person with this with good. It's a good term to define if the person is good or not to be in touch. But it's new for me. But I believe that's it.
Yeah, you are in the right place. Like the analogy was very good about the traffic light. It's exactly that,
Yeah.
And guys, we are talking about green flags, so let's discuss some examples, okay? We can think of. Wanda, can you read number 3 and share your opinion?
What are some common green flags that indicate a healthy and positive relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, or professional? I think when I go to the bed and start to think about a person or a relationship or your job, you feel good. You feel good, and you feel like, oh, I'm a lucky person because I have this relationship or job or etc. This is a sign for green flag and health and positive relationship. I think it's like that.
It's so easy to ignore the feelings, right? But we should do the opposite. We should pay attention, like hard, because they pass a message like that. And you, Ayla, what's your opinion?
So for me, I think the common green flags that indicate a healthy. Okay. I think the main sign for me it's when you have a relationship, a friendship that respect you, respect your space, respect your time, because sometimes you are not feeling good. And I think it's kind of our relationship without judgment. And it's when someone makes you better, makes you feel, I don't know, comfortable, happy. I think there is so much kindness, so much love, care, and I think it's so good because when we can trust someone, and you know you can count someone, and I think it's kind of our relationship make you feel better. I think it's I don't know more what I say, but I think it's a good thing, you know. So you don't you can't you don't need to feel, I don't know, like when someone push you a lot and you don't want this or something like that. I think it's about to be respectful each other and to trust each other, to be loyal, to be kindness. So I think it's so good things.
Yeah, I think we can always observe this type of behavior in other people and decide, I want this person around me or not, based on how they act like with everybody. Good one. Gabi, your turn.
I'm trying to think about the opposite of red flags because I think it's common to associate red flags and don't discuss about the green flags. So I'm trying to think the opposite of behaviors that don't be considered good in a person, and try to transform it in a green flag. For example, a person who validates your feelings and a person that you can discuss and express your feelings, I think it's a good green flag. Because if you can express yourself like as you was, what is the sense? I think the person don't feel that you feel comfortable of the person that you are. And the other one, I think a person, I think a green flag, it's a behavior that a person has when this person respects you and respect your boundaries and don't judge you about your feelings or about your boundaries, and a person that supports you and try to support your best self, like a person that don't put your in your down, just to encourage you to be your best self, you know. And I think it's independent that it's a romantic or a professional relationship, but a person that you can have a consistent communication and that you can have a difficult conversations, like as a person that has a company, I have people in my team that I can have difficult conversations, because if you don't have it in a company, we cannot be in a team. because difficult situations happens. And I think this is the same for a romantic relationship. And sometimes you are with a person that it's kind with you, but they don't like to discuss about relationship or difficult situations or invalidate what you are trying to talk about. And I think it's not good. I think it's like a red flag. So in my opinion, when we have a person that you can discuss about your relationship or you can have a consistent communication, it's so good.
Excellent. I haven't thought about this, like difficult conversations are so important. And sometimes people don't want to participate, but they make a lot of difference. So good point. Israel, what do you think about this? Some examples. Do you have some examples about green flags you can think?
Well, I don't have much. I believe what the other guys say here, it's very consistent. I agree that a good communication, it's one of the qualities that will push forward and we can gathering a better relationship and in any part of our lives. So but the people that challenge ourselves is, I believe, is one of the best. So the people that encourage us and not just put us to thinking about our professional life and our relationship, and grow up our sensitivity of that we are here to learn and to be loved. And that's one of the things that I really appreciate. That's one of the things that I think it's like green flags that can indicate that's something that really will help us and to grow in a relationship in a professional field. So that's why.
Yeah, that is nice. You can encourage someone to grow without being like rude or to hurt them, right? You can have your way to talk and be there for that person and be supportive, like Ayla said. Very good. Thank you so much, Israel.
Thank
And
you.
what about you, Fernando? What examples can you give?
I was thinking that it's so difficult to give examples of green flag, maybe because we don't pay a lot attention on that, because it's the basic that we expect in any person there is around us. So that's why we pay more attention on red flags, because if someone someone indicates a red flag, we go grow away. No, we go grow. Oh, I forgot the expression. Grow apart from that person. But there is something that Gabi said very interesting, and I think is the base even to know this person, which is communication. Because how can you get to know a person if that person don't open themselves to have a communication with you? So it's like the opening door, the first thing that you need to have. And especially those deep conversations which brings connection, they are very important to get to know this person. So I think is the most important thing. I agree with Gabi. And that's it.
Really nice. I think I was remembering a video that I saw, a lady saying that to her, A green flag for a relationship, for example, would be a guy with sisters, because he would understand better about women, you know, and maybe have more empathy, because sometimes if you are only surrounded by guys, you have a different behavior than a guy who has sisters because of that. So another green flag that I can mention is how your partner treats their family. I'm not saying like all families are perfect. I know some of them have problems, and for that the relationship cannot be so good. But if the parents are loving, supportive towards that person, and he or she is a little bit weird, insensitive, for me that is a red flag. And also the good treatment for your family, I think it's something to pay attention. And talking a little bit about professional environment, I think for an interview, for example, being punctual is something that it's a green flag for me about a company, because it shows they value your time. They don't waste your, they don't, I don't know, underappreciate you, because some companies are like that. Oh, this person is unemployed, so she or he has all the time of the world to be here, you know. And for me, that's kind of offensive, you know. I think if you go to a company and at the first moment, the interview, they are rude, they are not, so they don't pay so much attention to you, they are kind of rude, I think that is something to pay attention, you know. So I feel like we can observe these green flags in different scenarios, not only relationships, like, but in families, work environment, and so on. And if you want to add something, guys, you can. Okay, just open your mic and we can work. We can make it work. So I was thinking we can skip number 4, at least for now, because it's we kind of mentioned something related. Number 5, it's better, so let's go with this one. I'm gonna ask my man Fernando to start, please.
Have you ever experienced a situation where green flags were present, but red flags were also present? How did you navigate that situation? It's difficult. Yeah, I think every relationship that wind up being a toxic relationship, somehow you also have those green flags, at least in some point, because you got into this relationship because of that, because of those green flags, but sometimes are fake green flags, I guess, or maybe that subject that we are talking about, that the person is good with you but not with the other people around you, and in some point that person will be the same with you, so maybe that's the mask. And so yeah, I believe in every relationship that end up being a toxic relationship, there are some green flags too. I remember a relationship that I had a long time ago that was a very difficult relationship, that the red flags were there, but I couldn't pay attention in the beginning, and the green flags were also there, and that's why I got into this relationship. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. For me, the question here is which one highlights the most, like the negative part or the positive part, because nobody's perfect, you know, so we should be able to make the difference. But sometimes you're in love, you are not seeing so clearly, so a lot of factors interfere.
Yeah, but I think the failures, not the failures, the shortcomings, everybody has. So it's not it not can be considered like a red flag. A red flag is when the person scream with you or talk or make you feel bad, and repeat this behavior over and over again, and so those are red flags. But shortcomings, everybody has, like you said.
Yeah, we should be able to know the difference so we don't waste good relationships because of flaws, right? Because of small things. Yeah, I see your point. And you, Wanda, you look so serious today. Are you
I'm
good?
yeah, I mean, I lost a patient of mine today.
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sad. I think nothing is perfect. And then I think all the relationships have green and red flags. If the red flag is so strong, we need to avoid this relationship. But if it's a little red flag and a little green flag, it's normal. It's like the life.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss and thank you
Yeah,
for being here, okay?
yeah.
Right.
They had a AVC. I don't know in English.
Sorry.
Yeah, sad.
Thank you for coming, Wanda. Send you love, okay? A lot of love. Thank you so much. And you, Ayla, what do you have to say about this?
So sorry, Wanda. So I agree with Fernando. I think it's kind of it's about it's toxic relationship because I don't know. I think sometimes I've already had a coworker who gets me a little confused because sometimes she treats me well and you are so good, and after that she changed a lot, and it's worse when she tried to, I don't know, sometimes I feel, I thought if I was with, guilty, culpada, I don't know. And I don't know, I think I started to feel so bad about that friendship because it was so toxic. She changed and tried to make me believe I was wrong because I was think different from her about some situation, and I started notice better, pay attention better, so I can see that friendship was not good for me anymore. So I think it's sometimes there is a little almost imperceptible behavior. I don't know, acceptable. It's right word, but I felt this, and I think when that is sometimes, for example, one day people, I don't know, give you some gift, and after this person started to I don't know, to cobrar is kind of you need to pay what she or he gave you, or I don't know, do for you. So I think it's no help friendship or relationship, because it's so sometimes that happen with the relationship, and I've never done this kind of relationship, but I think I had a friend close to me, and she suffered a lot because of this, and I could pay attention better about it, and so when I noticed this, I keep away, because I'm not feeling good anymore with this person. So, and I think it's important to protect yourself about it. Yeah, because it's no good for you, for anyone.
Your feelings are an indicator, like Wanda said at the beginning, you know. If you're feeling weird, if it's not comfortable, if you are always, oh my God, I have to be with that person again, that it's a sign you should avoid the relationship, you know.
And not, sorry.
No.
Not just that. I was thinking here that those red flags depends on the person too, because for example, I could not have a relationship with a person that has totally different political opinion than mine. It's something about me. It's my values. So does it mean that this person is a toxic person? Can be or not, but doesn't work for me. So it is a red flag for me. So really depends on the person to those flags. It's not something standardized, yes. Just a thought, a random thought.
Yeah, I agree with
Good.
you. It's personally, but rudeness is not personally. I think it's for everyone.
Yeah, there is some that common sense say that you should keep your distance from that person because it's not gonna end up well. Yeah. And you, Gabi, have you ever experienced a situation like that?
Unfortunately, I've experienced a situation where green flags were present, but red flags were also too. And red flags were more problematic than the green flags. The green flags are not so good to be more important than red flags, because it's like all the red flags affects me in a deep way, like a person who don't validate my feelings, or a person that don't feel that I don't feel comfortable to express myself, and a person that feel that provokes me like a sensation that I'm not good, or I'm not value, or the things that I thought, or the things that that I want to discuss about are not important, or my voice is not important. All these things collaborated to demonstrate me a red flag. And it's like Fernando said about at the beginning of the relationship, or when we are knowing about the person, it's like you feel blind about this type of things. Sometimes you have feelings involved, or people demonstrate you some good things, but the small things are started to appear, and then they becoming big and so problematic. Like one example, I had a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend that had the same values as me, like political values, or he treated the other one so in a kind of way, but in a particular way, they didn't treat me with kindness. And it's like he was like a person that tell the others that how important it's to have a good conversation with your partners, but with me he doesn't have any conversation about our relationship, or he doesn't listen me when I trying to talk about something. So it's like a mask, and sometimes it's difficult to realize and to accept the people that they are not good with you. But I think when we pass through the red flags, you become more smart to the next relationship, even they are romantic or professional relationship. I have some red flag. I passed through some red flags in my professional career too, and I think this is important to us to learn about that, to feel more smart to the next moments in our lives, like in a new relationship, in a romantic way, or new partners that you have in a professional way, So I think nowadays I feel more, I have more attention when I knowing a new person, or when I'm knowing a new partner to bring to my team and something like that. It's totally different in the past. It's like in the past I was more innocent and I believe more in the people. I trust more in people, and now I'm trying. It's like I have 1 foot ahead and the other one
behind. I don't know.
It's like that. So I think it's a part of the learning of life. It's not good to pass through it, but it's important to us to becoming more smart,
Yeah, it's kind of sad. You were like a believer in people, and then after some hard experiences, you became harder to deal. But I think it happens to the best families, to the best people. I don't know, unfortunately. So let's finish, or maybe we have time to one more question, but number 8, let's talk about ourselves. What are your green red flags? In other words, what makes you a good person to be around? Like you can brag a little bit, but not so much, okay? Who can start? Wanda, what are your real green flags?
I think I'm a friendly person. People can count with me, and honestly, I think I'm a good listener too. I have this green flag.
Amazing. I want to be your friend, you know that, but you didn't adopt me yet, but it's gonna happen. I'm hopeful. Thank you, Wanda. And you, Fernando, a little bit about your green flags.
I think I am good talking. You know, I'm good to listen to people and talk about myself to, like, when I trust the person, when I connect with the person, I really open myself to that person. So I am very honest and trustworthy, and yeah, I think I'm a good listener, and it's so difficult to talk about your own qualities. I don't know, really. I think that's it.
Can say you are humble as well. Yeah, because it's hard to talk about your qualities, so you can say, oh, I'm so humble, you know, guys. I'm sorry, I'm humble. And you, Gabi?
Well, it's difficult to talk about myself, and I don't know, but I think I'm a reliable person, and I'm not a selfish person, and I consider these two qualities as a green flags. And I'm a good talker and a listener too. I think I'm better to be a listener than a talker because I'm a more introspective person. But when someone choose me to share something about their life, its life, I totally pay attention and try to not to share some tips, but just to listen, and if people ask me to tell some to solve some question, some specific point in their life, I do it, but in the opposite, I just listen people and try to be a good listener, to pay attention of the details and what the people are trying to say, and validate their feelings. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that is something we practice a lot here. Listen and have empathy, patience. Disagree, but politely, you know. That's cool. Ayla, go ahead.
So I agree with Gabi. It's difficult to talk about yourself, but I think I'm an honest person, and so I can't hide my feelings. If you really know me, you will be able to identify when I'm not feeling good, because I change my face, my behavior, so it's difficult for me to hide, you know. So, and I consider myself an empathetic person too, and I think it's a good behaviors. And that's it.
Thank you, Ayla. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I liked how everybody said something about communication, because that is something so important and that is part of our lives, right? Guys, I'm not gonna share the survey today, but you can maybe see the video later, and if you wanna comment something about it, okay, it's up to you. Just talking about my green flag, so I can brag a little. No, I'm kidding. Just to add to the conversation. I'd say that I'm kind to animals. I don't know, for me that's important because I don't trust people who, the person sees a dog and it's like, oh, ugly dog, it's smelling. No, I don't like this type of people. And I had something else. Oh, I get excited about things like easily. So if you have some exciting news to share with me, I'm not gonna be that person who's like, cool. Oh, good for you. I get the vibe, I think that's important because I wanna have the same reaction. So I try to engage to the conversation and feel happy for the other person as well. And yeah, I think that's my green flags that I can mention today. And we are about to finish. Does anybody want to add something to this conversation?
What you mentioned about animals, it's a thing that I really believe it, because it's like I don't trust people that treat animals in a bad way. So so for me, it's a red flag too. So if people are doing it, so I appreciate when I know a new person that is so kind with cats or dogs, or have one. Maybe the person that doesn't have one, but they treat the cats or dogs in the street in a kind way. So, or just support some causes, and this is interesting too.
Yeah. Can talk about this in other moments, like the causes this person believe. I think that is important, something that shows a lot about the personal beliefs, opinions, that's a good point. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you liked this talk. We are sharing something interesting here. You can give me suggestions, but I don't know what I'm gonna talk next. But thank you so much. Okay, have a nice day, nice night, and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.